Well, hello everyone. Jane here from Your Way Weight Loss. How are you, Alicia?
I am so good, Josee.
Oh, you seem so good. The weather is getting so, I'm sure every time my watch tells me you went for a walk, I'm like, she must have really liked her walk. Today's a great day for a walk. Like every time it comes up in my thing, I'm like,
I
the weather's
don't
been
even
nice.
know how that works or how that happens, but I'm glad that you get notification of my walks.
I do, and I'm so proud of you every time.
Yeah, it's the weather is just gorgeous. Like it's beautiful sunshine right now. I love walking, and like I can walk at night now when it's not dark. Like it's good.
Oh, it's good. It's good. We're getting there. We're getting there. That summer's coming because summer is our favorite, everyone. I don't know if you knew.
I don't know. Like, I mean, summer is my favorite. Summer's pretty epic.
Okay, I was going to say, where are you even going with this?
I mean, I
don't support this next thought.
I love every season, but like at the end of summer, I'm ready for it not to be summer.
Not me.
See, I'm ready for the kids to go back to school. Let's go back to...
Oh, did I say I wasn't ready for the kids to go back to school? I'm sorry. That's not the same thing, Alicia. I am never done summer weather. I'm never over a heat. I'm never over, and I'm saying that because I've never had access to it year round. So I don't know. All I know is that I would use more of that in my life in terms of if it could be 6 months, maybe. I just know that 3 months is not good enough for me. And I'm saying it out loud. That is how I feel. I'm not excited to put on tights in September. Like I would rather keep the heat. I really like hot, and I know that you do as well. I do good in hot.
I do. Yeah. I remember when I was pregnant, people were like, oof, because I gave birth in the summer. As did you. We were like on the same plan. Pregnant with twins that were born on August 19th. So like it got hot and I was fine.
I agree. I really like the heat, and I could use more of it, honestly. So I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for sweater weather. I'm excited for pumpkin recipes. I'm excited to make soup and casseroles.
Do you think you're excited for it because you can't avoid it? You get what I mean? Like I also love sweater weather, but this is me telling myself a story to accept that it is sweater weather. Like I actually really like it. I would still choose summer weather over it. You see what I mean?
I do.
I like it. I like going outside in the snow and playing with the kids. Do I though? If I wanted another choice, you know what I mean?
Oh, I do not like playing with my children outside. I hate it. I hate it. I'm really honest. I hate going to the park. Absolutely not going to the park.
See, I like that, but I don't like that in the winter. Anyways, I think we're on the same page. I think we're saying the same thing. At the end of the day, it's me being very picky with words right now. I would just like to say that I really like summer and I wish it was forever.
Yeah. And we're saying that we see sunshine and blue sky, and it does boost your mood, eh?
You're not the same person. I'm telling you, Lo. It is not the same when the sun gets up earlier and the sunshine is out there and the weather is not, and the wind is not hitting your face. You are a different human inside. I'm telling you. I think we would have a happier society if the weather was always nice. I truly believe that. Like, I mean, no one's like, I'm really happy it's dark and gloomy outside.
So I wonder if Australians are happier.
Definitely. Do you think Californians are happier? And, because it's always nice. They look happy.
Good question.
Maybe they're happy because they all have fake boobs.
Maybe it's that.
Maybe I'd be happier with that. Is this the end of the story? Is this where we're going?
And the end of the story, you need to get your breasts done? Do you ever think about getting them done?
No.
No?
I'm going to go with no.
Okay.
To the point where the percentage is high enough for me to even flirt with it? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do I have moments where I look at someone else and I'm like, man, they look good. You know what I mean? Or think that would be nice to have, but not literally thinking about laying on a table, actually getting breasts done, just like kind of dreaming, like anything else.
Yeah.
Literally like anything else that I would dream of. Would it be fun to win $1 million? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same. Like I have moments where I'm like, that'd be nice, but it's like very rare and few and far between. Like I'm not even in the flirting stage.
Yeah. And there are so many advantages to having no breast as well.
I actually would love to have smaller breasts.
See, there you go.
Like it takes up a lot of space in your shirt. And like you look like a skank when you have any like, do you know what I mean? When your boobs are so big, like you can have like cleavage and it's more sexy and less skanky because it's more just like chest.
Yes.
Do you know what
I actually don't think like, I think that what you're talking about is what people label like having big breasts that are out as skanky. But at the end of the day, I think it's when I see that, I'm like, imagine, like I can't even imagine that would be what I would see when I would look in the mirror because it's just flat, like it's just but it's so sick. And like at the same time, that could be considered sexy as well. You know what I mean?
And maybe I think smaller breasts are sexy because I never had small breasts.
Right.
It's like when you have curly hair and you want straight hair.
Buy a straightener.
I was in grade 4 and my breasts were enormous, I'm sure.
What?
Yeah, like I developed so early.
You think one of your girls will do that? Is that
That's
what
actually
happened?
frightening. I just said that out loud and made me I think I had my period in grade 5.
Wow.
Yeah, I was really
you were just ready to play the field. Just a big pair of breasts and ready to procreate.
And even when I was really tiny, like in high school, like I was quite tiny. When I look back at photos, I don't know how much I weighed, but like I was tiny, huge boobs.
Wow. Were you popular in high school?
Good question.
Define popular.
I'm gonna go with like yes. I wasn't like the most popular. I played basketball, so I had like basketball friends.
Right.
I also had a boyfriend from grade 9 to first year university. Same boyfriend.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Where is this person now?
I don't even know actually.
Was he nice?
He was
Did you sleep with him?
He was so nice.
Was he the first person you had sex with?
Yes. Yes. I'm sad that it took me that long to respond to that, but yes, 100%.
You actually thought maybe you had sex in grade 8?
No.
You had your period and you're like 5 years old, just ready.
And I remember going to like the popular parties, like I was invited, but I feel like I was like the outskirts.
Okay.
I also went to a high school that had 3,000 people.
What?
Yeah, FHS was only, when I went there, it was the last year that there was only one graduating class. All of Fredericton, there was one high school.
Bello, wow. Yeah. So okay.
There was over 3,000 people. My graduating class was over 8. I was maybe 1,000 people.
Bello. I'm like shocked by all of this.
So it's like there was so many different groups.
Okay, so you said you went out with this guy from grade 9 to first year university. Like, how serious was it? Like, were we holding hands in school? Are you a holding hand kind of person? You are not.
Absolutely not.
Were you in high school though?
I think everyone held hands in high school.
Yeah. Okay. And like, was it love? Like, did you love him?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. 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 No, I loved him. He was amazing. He was a great person, but like, we just like went different paths. You know what I mean?
Is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah. Also, like I was so young.
So young.
Yeah. Wow. I remember like sneaking in his bedroom window.
Stop. Is this a movie? What's happening? I love all of this.
I remember making out in his car.
The basketball player.
What?
The basketball player sneaking up. Was he in basketball as well?
Nope.
No. What was his jam? What was his way?
Marijuana.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Was he like a bad boy at school?
He wasn't a bad boy at school, but like he was definitely not in my crowd. Like he didn't hang out with my friends. Like I would go to a party and like he wasn't there.
Okay, so he wasn't the popular marijuana type.
No.
Where did you get this guy? Like, why, like,
we like met in middle school, like at Devon Middle School. Like that's where I met him. And then we went to high school and I played basketball and like I got different friends. You know what I mean?
Right. But you kept the love going.
I kept the love going.
Wow.
Yeah.
This was so fun.
Yeah.
The whole world is hearing it.
I can tell you more stuff off air.
Okay. I can't wait. Oh my God. Okay. Today, hello, everyone. We are talking about calorie awareness.
Calorie awareness.
Fun topic.
I feel like as far as people that follow us on social media, that listen to our podcast, I feel like we're getting better at explaining it and people are understanding it better.
I mean, I'm happy to hear that, and I feel like this is how we're going to impact more people. Is if we're trying to get louder and clearer, I guess. So louder to get more people, clearer to get our people to understand better. So I think those are the two words of what we're trying to do in 2022 is to be louder about it. The documentary is loud. I am so darn proud of that piece of work. Like it is a piece of content that is going to shake things up, Alicia. It's going to make people really like us and really understand what we do. And it's going to bring them to learn more about your weight loss and how we help people achieve what they achieve, right?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, it's good. 17 days from today.
That's insane to me.
I know. Okay. Where do we want to start? Like, why is calorie awareness important to us?
Okay.
Where does this kind of come down? Like, let's kind of the history of calorie awareness.
So first let's talk, so often we talk about calories, we talk about calorie deficit. So a lot of times people assume that means counting your calories. So, counting calories is quite literally trying to count every single calorie that goes in your mouth for 7 days, and aiming for a specific number. That is calorie counting.
And when we showed up, I think calorie awareness, that term really was born on TikTok for us when we started our TikTok journey in 2020. We started being the calorie deficit girls, #calorie deficit girls. Let's look for fun while people are listening. How many views that hashtag has? It's like insane. Like that hashtag is.
Yeah, crazy. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but we're like a big deal on TikTok.
Oh my God, I love you so much for this right now. I don't even know. Well, I don't know how to search things on TikTok right now. Like I don't know how to search for an app right now for a hashtag. Yeah, I don't even know how to search for a hashtag right now. It's not good.
I think you put hashtag.
Josee. Where do I put it?
Oh, I think you'll have to almost pretend that you're doing a post.
No, I see it. Wait, hashtag calorie. I got it.
She's got it, guys.
Calorie. Someone said she was the calorie deficit queen. Absolutely not. We are the queens.
So yeah, it evolved while we were trying to explain to people what we do.
29 million views.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's insane. Okay, so we're trying to explain calorie deficit. So that's how we started our journey on TikTok. It's like we became the calorie deficit girls, really trying to get people to understand that to lose weight, you needed to be in a calorie deficit. And then the questions started to flow in. And it was like, how do I know if I'm in a calorie deficit? Where to start? How many calories should I be eating? Do I need to count everything? It was just like, it was all about calories. And at the same time, we know we are a self-awareness program. So we know that we don't necessarily advise people to count calories.
As I'm like thinking about this and having this conversation with you, it's like, first we want people to understand calorie deficit. Check. Like to lose weight, you have to have less energy coming in than are going out. Then we kind of need to have a conversation about calorie counting. And why don't we just count calories at your weight loss?
Because it's so darn difficult and annoying and tedious, and you will do it wrong.
All of the above. So, and that's what we do, right? We have conversations. Does just like meal plans, do meal plans work? Yes. Can calorie counting work? Sure. But let's talk about what it really takes to count your calories. First of all, most people are underestimating by 60%. That is like documented studies have been done on that. It is extremely difficult and time consuming. It can lead to disordered eating. When people are aiming for a number, they're ignoring their happiness, their hunger cues. How many people have we seen come out of calorie counting and they're like, they're so lost. They're like, I don't know how to listen to my hunger because I've just aimed for a number for 3 years.
I think calorie counting, just like meal plans, is this thing that has been put on a pedestal in the diet industry. It's those two things. You want to lose weight, you're going to have to count calories and or follow my meal plan. And there's like never that conversation for there's the other ways to do this though. It might take more time.
I think calorie counting can work for people who are in a bubble. So I don't have kids. I'm not busy. I'm not picky. I'm not sick. It's like I'm not going on vacation. I'm not going out to eat. I'm not like, so it's like literally it's like a meal plan. It's easy on the one Monday a month.
And really, like you're saying it works for these people. These people don't exist.
Exactly. That's what I'm
So
saying.
they're like, exactly. So it's like, I think people need to recognize that you don't fit those criterias, because no one fits these criterias. So stop thinking you're broken. If this was actually how weight loss worked, like long lasting happiness, what we're creating at your weight loss, if that's actually how it worked, no one would achieve it. Like you're not broken. No one has doing it. Now you're seeing people doing it. So clearly they're going about it a different way.
And the whole other piece is that it's not necessary. It's difficult, it's annoying, it can lead to disordered eating, and it's not necessary. So then we kind of then like grew and evolved and started to create awareness around calorie awareness. Because if people are listening and they're like, okay, I get it. I get how calorie deficit works. I get that calorie counting is annoying. I get that. People are listening. They're like, but then what? Like, do I just like go and not think? No.
So we were saying create awareness in your life, and we will always say that, start creating awareness around your behaviors, how you think. But one of the things you do need to do, if you're not very aware of what you're consuming, literally the food you are consuming, not just your behaviors behind it or how you think, you also need to create calorie awareness. So I think there's behavior awareness, there's mindset awareness, and then there's calorie awareness. We're going somewhere with this. This is good. You know what I mean? These could be categories. I'm like thinking about something.
Okay. Oh gosh, here we go, guys. Got another idea. So how we teach our members to lose weight is to create calorie awareness. Here's the thing. If you guys are listening and you're like, I want to lose weight, and then you ask us, how many calories do I need to consume to lose weight? If you have not been losing weight, how many is less than you're currently consuming? And that's all that you need to know. So you create calorie awareness in your own life, and then you find a way to consume less. You don't need a number. The only thing that is keeping track of the number is your body. And your body will decide. Your body is the boss if you created a calorie deficit or not MyFitnessPal.
No, you said that in a live, I think, or somewhere on social media. I think it was an Instagram story. And you said your body will decide. Like only your body knows how many calories you consumed. You don't know. Like only your body keeps track. And I love that you said that. And that is so true. And people are trying to figure out an equation on the freaking internet.
Like
Googling an equation, you've just wasted, like nothing happened while you did that.
And that's you estimating how many calories are coming in. Guys, also how many calories are going out is one big estimation as well. And only your body knows that. Like it's your genetics, your muscle tone, your activity level, like everything. It's such a pot of estimation. So the amount of time, effort, and energy you would have to put in to try and get somewhat even remotely accurate to that estimation, it's just not time well spent.
I love this conversation so much. Okay, so let's now give them advice on how to create calorie awareness. Let's go with that.
Amazing. Exactly what I was going to say next. So I would start, there's so many places where you can start to create calorie awareness. One for me that is huge is portions. So when you grab a handful of cashews, do you know-ish how many calories that is? I think that's a great exercise. If you have a food scale or a measuring cup of some sort, your cereal in the morning, the pasta on your plate, the rice, the ground beef, I think just starting to have a better idea of portions can be an area that you can start with calorie awareness.
I think that we all have so basically you wake up every morning, chances are you eat probably the same thing every morning, like from Monday to Friday. Like probably most of us consume the same thing. For me, calorie awareness is not like, okay, today I'm going to count and see how many calories I'm eating today. It's like, I wonder how many calories is in that breakfast I eat every day. And always, I'm going to say it right now because I'm thinking about it, I don't want to forget, always create calorie awareness in a place of no judgment. And right now, Paul, our producer last night, he goes, we were working and he said, So his wife and him are in phase 1 of creating calorie awareness. It's the cutest thing. Okay. So he's like, right now we're in phase 1 of creating calorie awareness, and we're in the grieving phase. Like, what do you mean? He goes, we're just like really looking at things and we're like, oh my God, like that is a lot. And oh my God, he's like, so he's obviously was a part of our documentary and knows our language and knows what we do. And he shared with us that, like, he had gained some weight through the pandemic and whatever. So he said that they were just in phase 1. He said, right now we're just going through it. We're not making different changes. We're just going through the list of things we're consuming and we're creating phase 1 awareness. It was so cute.
And that's incredible. Do you know what I mean? I can tell by his language, he's giving it time as well. So like he's in the grieving phase. Like you're like, you guys, I promise you, every single person, you are consuming more calories than you realize in places you don't even recognize. So step 1 is to literally create awareness. You could create awareness and your breakfast is 900 calories and you're like, I want that. Then we support you.
Yeah.
But you deserve to have some idea. Oh, you want calorie awareness? Measure a tablespoon of peanut butter.
Yeah.
Like how much peanut butter are you actually putting on your toast?
And I think that's a really good one because peanut butter is very calorie dense, just like butter or mayo. Those 3 things. What?
Oil.
Yes. I'm like, what is that? Oil? I don't have that in my home. Oil you cook with. But yeah, those 3 things are more, when people are like, oh, I've created awareness on my coffee creamer, which for me, my coffee creamer is not calorie dense.
No,
now I put a cup of it. That's a different issue here.
And that's a part of it too, right? It's how much.
That's a part of the awareness. Exactly.
Yes.
But you guys, just 1 tablespoon of peanut butter is very calorie dense. And you are putting more than 1 tablespoon. So it adds up extra quick, more than my creamer. Does that make sense?
Yes. And that's another layer. That's another tip, guys. Educate yourself on what is calorie dense. So anything that's high in fat. So butter, peanut butter, oil. Now, here's the thing. We are not saying don't consume those. I actually consume those 3 things almost every single day. I have those in my home. People say to me, well, if oil is so high in calories, what do you use instead? Oh, I use oil. I'm just aware that my oil is calorie dense.
Yes.
So
that's why I just spray Pam, everyone. Just spray some Pam on there.
So portions. What food is calorie dense? For me, a big one is liquid calories. I think just creating awareness around how many calories-ish. How many calories is in your juice? How many calories is in your creamer? How many calories? I mean, I do a thing with calorie awareness with creamer about maybe once a year. And we have messages where people are like, oh my gosh, I thought I was using 1 tablespoon and I was using 3 and I have 5 a day. And I just realized I consume 600 calories a day of creamer.
For sure. If your creamer is calorie dense, so mine is not, right? So I can have a higher portion and still feel like this is all good. I'm just saying if your creamer is 45 calories per tablespoon, that is calorie dense creamer. Because you do this with it.
Yeah.
You pour.
And if you have 1 coffee a day, it's probably, who cares? But maybe you have 10.
Not even kidding.
Yeah. Another thing too for me is food labels. And people often ask us, how do I read a food label? Honestly, I would look at a thing of crackers. I would put 10 and I'd look at the serving and how the serving is 200 calories. And then I look at 10 crackers. Do I feel sad when I look at my 10 crackers for 200 calories? Or do I feel like, great?
Another question that might occur, and I want to bring it up, is what if people ask you, Leash, I look at the nutrition fact and I see how many calories is in 10 crackers, but I don't know if I should be eating 2,000 calories in a day or whatever. Like, I understand that confusion at the end. So what would we answer to that person that's listening to this and is like, I understand that I need to look at a label and I understand that a 300 calorie coffee is a lot, yes. Right? But like, what number am I trying to aim for here? Do we have advice for that? Like, what would you answer for someone that's thinking that? Because I've had that question often. What would you answer?
I would answer to not worry about a total. And I would answer to look at the big picture, look at 7 days, look at your habits. pinpoint, maybe make a list of areas in your life where you feel you are taking in more calories than maybe you realize, or areas you're willing to work on, and start working on changing those habits.
I would work on weeks, well, always on calorie awareness. And then I would look at the results I'm getting.
Exactly.
So I would start with, I'm just going to create awareness. I'm going to drink 3 of these 300 calorie coffees with the rest of my day. Cause maybe you're not a big eater the rest of your day. And this is what you do. Like, I have a friend whose coffee is 230 calories and she drinks 2 a day. Okay. But she's a faster. Like, she starts her work. She's like, my first meal is like at 2 p.m. That's like how she lives her life. She does not have excess fat on her body. So clearly, and also she's not a weekender like I am.
Let's talk a little bit about weekends.
Okay. So creating calorie awareness on weekends might be difficult, because if your weekend is full of eating out and not at home and no nutrition fact, and you're just like not in the mood to create calorie awareness on the weekend, maybe, or you actually lose count because it's so high. For me, I think awareness on the weekend is more realizing your behaviors on the weekends is probably going to help you more in terms of eating less calories than actually creating calorie awareness. I think behavior, hunger cues, fullness cues on the weekend, I think that is going to pay off more if you want to focus on awareness on the weekend.
And you know what? If you don't want to do it on the weekend, do it on a Monday. Just like,
I like that.
Kind of like have an idea. Like, did you eat 5 donuts this weekend? Did you have a nacho? Try and educate yourself. How many calories ish were in that? Like, and then you'll see how it adds up so fast. So like, I need to tell you guys that calorie awareness works 7 days a week.
Yeah. And I do think that the reason why, like, people, like, I truly believe that the majority of people recognize they recognize that their weekends are calorie heavy. I think that most people are like not blinded by that. They're like, oh yeah, like they don't, for sure. Not a lot of people know how bad how high it is. So having calorie awareness can tell you how high you're going on the weekends, like thousands, you guys, thousands add up. You're like at 6,000.
I've had people say to me, I really wasn't that bad this weekend. That's what they say, right? And then I'm like, okay, let's create better awareness around that. We start to have conversations and we start to kind of dig a bit more deeper. And then they're like, oh,
okay, here's the map of knowing what kind of awareness you need for the weekend. If you're like, girl, I know exactly, like I am a mess on the weekends. If that's your thought process about your weekends, then create awareness around your behavior on weekends. If your thought process on weekends is like, I don't think it's that bad, create calorie awareness.
That's great.
See what I'm saying?
That's great advice.
It depends on what your thought process is about weekends. Like, I don't need to create calorie awareness on the weekend. I know I consume a lot of calories on the weekend. So when I want to be better or eat less calories on the weekend and create not a deficit, but just, my God, Josee, I then attack my behaviors and my thoughts. So it really depends what your thought process is before.
So, and I know, guys, that seems a little mushy. It seems a little bit different. It does. When you join your weight loss, you get access to an entire calorie deficit course so that you feel better and ready to create better awareness. We actually created a tool so that you can create better awareness called the 7-Day Lifestyle Challenge. So there's tools that we use to teach you. But if you're really listening to this and you're like, hey, I'm interested in losing weight, I don't want to count calories, I want to create calorie awareness, remember this: the only thing you need to do to lose weight is to consume less calories than you're currently consuming. Don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You do not need a total. You do not need to know how many total calories are in every single thing you consume. Try when it's easy to create calorie awareness, and you will see yourself naturally finding areas to consume less calories, and then you start to see results.
You do not need someone else to tell you where you should start cutting calories. That is not their job. That is your job in your life to figure out when that happens. And also, I'm really hoping that you're beyond the point of quick, fast, unsustainable weight loss at this point. You're listening to people like us because you're over that. That's not how you want to do it anymore. So if those are your intentions, I think that when we say things like you just have to consume less calories than before, you're going to do it in a very sustainable way because that's what you want. We're not saying eat no calories. We're not saying be hungry. We're not saying, feel deprived. We're just saying find areas in your life to consume less calories without feeling that way.
Exactly.
Okay, everyone. Hopefully this was a good chat. I mean, it started off really fun. So we love you. We appreciate you. The documentary comes out in 17 days.
OMG.
Yeah, and it's a masterpiece. It really is coming together. We are so proud of this piece of content. So thank you so much for your support. Go and buy your ticket. Okay, bye.
Bye.